Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is Thursday. It is November 18th. The year is 2021. We're in the fall. We're about a week away from Thanksgiving. As we know, the coronavirus pandemic still resists. The numbers have dropped dramatically low here in Atlanta and a lot of states, but as the winter weather in the northern states, the numbers have started to creep up a little bit. So they suspect by midwinter we should see a dramatic increase in infections and deaths. So they're advising people to get their vaccinations. I know some of you all are still sitting on the fence and have not gotten vaccinated because whatever you got going on in your head. However, when COVID-19 show up at your doorstep, just make sure you're ready to deal with COVID-19, the coronavirus. So on to this interesting story. The couple, Ronnell and Keianna Burns, moved to Atlanta from St. Louis. They're a Christian couple. They came to Atlanta to open up a business. And for some reason, on around 9 p.m. on November the 6th, Keianna shot her husband to death and then took her own life. Now, if you saw the couple, they looked like a nice, beautiful couple. They moved to Atlanta. They had a business here, a hair salon, and some type of Christian church or something. And that's the video of him. That's him talking. But they came to Atlanta with all these dreams and aspirations of starting their business, and it makes you wonder what could have happened in the time that they moved here. But I did see 6 months ago, after they'd been here for 6 months, he filed for divorce from her. Which seemed kind of, still keep going back to that video. So I guess he has a YouTube channel also. But they were going through a divorce, a possible divorce. No one knows sure why the tragedy, but in a series of posts, Ronnell and Keianna left clues about their personal struggles. You know, financial struggles, moving to a new city, starting a new business. You have to wonder what could have taken place that she. And also, here's the killer part: they also had 6 children between the two of them. And in one video she posted just before she shot and killed him and herself, she posted a video on her Instagram page of her dancing with her 13-year-old daughter. I'm not exactly sure. Nobody knows why the reason why this happened. Of course, we can only make assumptions. But you know, you got people with these dreams and aspirations of moving to Atlanta, and I have a sneaky suspicion they got to Atlanta. And Atlanta was a little bit harder than what they thought it was going to be to start a business. To start up their business, to start up 2 businesses. One was a church, if I'm correct. If I'm correct, what I'm reading here, they owned a church. I don't know why my computer's kind of acting kind of slow. I think I got too many windows open. It does make you wonder what took place between the two of them. You know, what could have happened that it ended that way. However, this was probably, in the past few weeks here in Atlanta, we've had multiple incidents like this where a husband has shot and killed his wife. One incident was a husband shooting and killing his wife and her brother. Another incident was a wife shooting her husband. Another incident where, of course, the attorney was killed while her boyfriend was, they shooting him for just a few months, shot and killed her. I could point to at least one of these cases every week for the past, I don't know, 30 weeks. Every week, it's something going on in the black community where one of the partners is shooting the other one, or shooting them both, or murder-suicide. And you have to wonder, what is going on that this happens so frequently in the black community? And then you have a Christian couple, they're supposed to be praying to Jesus and God and stuff. They didn't move here and even open up a church. I was trying to find the name of the church they had opened up. They came here and opened up a church or some type of Christian program or Christian organization. I think the biggest issue that I find we don't seek therapy when we're having mental health issues. Black people do. We have, for some reason, have shied away from seeking therapy when having issues, whether it's in a relationship or personal issues or whatever. And if you all think buying expensive houses, driving expensive cars, and shopping on Rodeo Drive and buying Gucci and Prada and Fendi and Louis Vuitton purses is going to make you feel better about who you are and issues going on in your mind, forget about it. I looked at this woman's Instagram page. She was shopping. She was on Rodeo Drive, bags, Louis Vuitton. She was just just all this stuff. I mean, they were traveling, shopping. They were just living what you would think was the good life. But underneath the surface of all this, clearly it wasn't the good life. Now, I personally myself have never thought about shooting and killing nobody. I mean, me and Earl went through some incidents. I ain't never thought of picking up a gun and shooting him or anybody for that matter. But I also do strongly feel that if I was having some issues with my mental health, I'd be at a psychiatrist or a therapist's office and discussing my issues versus me trying to figure it out on my own. We all go through ups and downs in life, and I have had times when I was under the care of a therapist and psychologist and somebody to talk to differently. I think that's healthy. It's no different than going through a doctor's appointment. If you don't feel well, you go to the doctor. If you're not mentally feeling well, go seek help. There's nothing wrong with that, and we don't do that as a race of people. And we don't go and hash out our issues, and we don't do couples therapy or our family therapy. And there's a whole lot of issues going on in our community that we just continue to sweep under the rug, and then shit like this explodes. It happens, and people say, "What happened?" They look like they were so happy shopping on Rodeo Drive. I'm traveling here and going there. That won't bring you happiness if you have other issues under the surface. Clearly something was going on. He had filed for... Sorry about that. Clearly I had too many windows open on my computer. But when you look at their Instagram, and you all, I'm getting to notice this. So many people are constantly posting pictures and stories about their lives on Instagram. And everything looks glamorous. And these people seem like they're so happy. And so the outside, those of us who are looking at these Instagram pictures, we assume that these people's lives are perfect. Because we don't want to say anything negative. We don't want to present the truth. Now, they were posting a few videos here and there saying that the issues really not really going in depth to the issues they have. They said they were having struggles. But going on Instagram and discussing, I'm having some troubles, but not wanting to sit in a psychiatrist's office or a therapist's office and going to seek help is why that couple is dead today. They should have sought help, especially the person who, Miss Burns, who grabbed the gun and made the decision to shoot and kill him and then kill herself. Like I said, these incidents have happened frequently over the past few weeks. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I do know this, the number one cause of death for African American women are in domestic disputes with their husbands. I don't know about men, but I know with women. So this is kind of unusual for a woman to do this, but I have read many reports of black women shooting their husbands and vice versa, white women too, but we just talking about black folks today for this course of this video. However, they moved to Atlanta, had high hopes and dreams, and they realized things were not as easy as they thought it would be when they got here. They realized things were not going to be as easy. So you have to wonder, what do people be thinking? What's on their mind when they pack up? So many people move to Atlanta, and I know Atlanta is it's Atlanta milk and honey for a lot of black folks. At least that's the impression that people have. And they get here and they realize things are not as easy as what they think they were. So on social media, Ronnell and Keianna Burns had it all: wealth, beauty, influence. They were a very attractive couple. A loving blended family and a network of ambitious mentees who were willing to grow old and rich with them. The successful duo of their business included Primerica Insurance, six-figure ambition entrepreneurial program and critique designs beauty and barbershop recently moved. Critique designs beauty and a barbershop recently moved from St. Louis to Atlanta to expand the empire. So they were in there, they were working hard to get stuff done. Obviously, they were making money. I mean, they were spending it too. After 7 months ago, this is what he said on one of his in a post, in a moving testimony posted to Facebook well before the tragedy. Ronnell stated that he and Keianna had agreed to divorce, but keep the business intact so they wouldn't disrupt their family and employees that depend on them. About 7 months ago, my wife, this is what he wrote on a Facebook post. About 7 months ago, my wife and myself decided that we were going to get a divorce, that we were just done with each other, Ronnell says in the video. God put us on earth to inspire people to go and be great, but we've got crap too. But when we go through our crap, we're not quitting. So they were going through these issues, according to what I'm reading here, before they even moved to Atlanta. At the 6-month mark of being in Georgia, a Georgia resident, Ronnell filed for divorce. On Monday, November 1st, Ronnell reached out to a realtor about buying a new home. After learning that Ronnell and Wiggins were deceased, Wiggins posted, Ronnell reached out to me on Monday and we chatted by text Wednesday concerning finding a new place near their home so the baby could stay in the same school. On November 4th, Ronnie updated his Facebook profile picture. He put a new picture. On October 20th, Keianna hosted a Facebook live chat and revealed that she needed prayer. I just felt the need to just hop on here and kind of talk about life changes. As those that don't know, about 5-6 months ago, my husband and I, myself, we moved to Atlanta to expand our business. Still have the beauty and barber salon in St. Louis, but we did come here to expand. Keianna revealed that behind the scenes she was struggling. She was in a new town trying to learn the culture and raise her children, and that strong, successful women who motivate others have gloomy days too. The transition, it was a necessary, smooth one. It wasn't horrible. It was something we chose to do. When you come to a new state or city and you're trying to learn people, you're trying to learn the things that they do, that can be challenging. And coming here with our kids is just us and our kids. She said, right now my husband's at a retreat. I stayed back because we have children here. So she goes on to discuss about the situation between the two of them. It's still, but on Saturday, November 6th, the day of the tragedy, Keianna posted a video dancing with her daughter, a pretty, bright-eyed, snaggle-toothed little girl. Man, I love this girl so much, she wrote. She was dancing with her daughter, and hours later, she would shoot and kill Ronnell, then kill herself. Them Christians, they constantly praying to God and Jesus, hoping for a miracle. What possessed this woman to pick up that gun and shoot her husband and shoot herself? I don't care what they were going through, but nothing worth that. Any issue could have been resolved. If the marriage came to an end, it came to an end. Moving to another city is very complicated. As people say, why ain't you left Atlanta? I know it'd be hard when I go someplace else, I have to start all over again. And then the older you get, it gets even harder. Hopefully when I do move to Miami, I won't have to start over. I'll just go down there and plop down some cash for the condo on the beach. I want to go upstairs and cook me some breakfast and stare at the ocean. I don't have to be down there trying to make a business work, a deal with people, or rip and run the streets of Miami where I know I might get shot and killed down there dealing with them crazy niggas and Hispanics and Latinos and Cubans down there. I just don't want to see them at all. I know I won't get shot and killed, hopefully walking from my beachfront condo to the beach and back. And maybe going to the grocery store, Publix, Publix ain't got no Kroger down there. I've never seen a Kroger in Miami. So I go to Publix and give me some vittles and stuff and bring my ass right on back. So when I move to Miami, I want to be down there I want a beachfront condo with a Publix close by, maybe a little mall in case I need to buy some shoes or something like that. But I can order that shit on the internet too. But I just want to be able to get access to the beach and maybe a couple of nice restaurants to eat out. But all this, we going to be hanging out and partying and clubbing and meeting folks. For what? But back to this unhappy couple. I hate that this happened to them, but it ain't going to be the last couple either, y'all. Because we won't go get help. We won't go seek help. We just going to pray about it. I talk about it on Instagram and Facebook, and we think that's therapy. That's not therapy, y'all. There are some people having some serious mental health issues within our community, and they will not go get help. Whether it's drugs, alcohol, bipolar, so many issues that we deal with in our community, and we don't go get help. We refuse because either we're embarrassed about seeking help, or we don't think it will work, or they don't believe in couples counseling. Some issues you just can't resolve on your own, and you might need to sit down at a professional, the desk of someone who's a professional who can help you resolve these issues before grabbing up a gun and shooting somebody. I just don't see it. I don't understand it. Now, of course, there's some chitter chat about they didn't do it and somebody else did it and this and that and other job. When you go look at that woman's Instagram page and you see her shopping on Rodeo Drive, which I've been to Rodeo Drive, but I've never brought shit on Rodeo Drive. I walked up and down the streets and peeked in them windows and saw that expensive ass shit and got the hell on this shit. Did I have the money to buy stuff? Yeah, I had money to buy some shit on Rodeo Drive, but what am I going to do with that shit? She had bags of stuff on Rodeo Drive. Buying expensive purses, clothes, and red bottom Louis Vuitton shoes is not going to bring you happiness. I don't care how many shoes you can afford. I don't care how big the house is. I don't care how expensive the cars are. I don't care how many children you have. Happiness comes from within. And if you can't find happiness in your own head, you need to go seek help. Material items, marriage, no matter who you're married to, no matter who many kids and children you have, none of that's going to help you find happiness if there are issues going on in your head that you need to get fixed. And clearly she has some issues going on there. And I'm willing to bet my life this woman ain't never sat down at the desk of a therapist or psychiatrist, but she up in Rodeo Drive spending thousands of dollars on junk, on mess, crap. A few weeks ago, I was in Orlando, and I walked into Neiman Marcus and fell in love with a pair of shoes. The shoes were $1,000. Tried them on, looked at them. I said, I'm going to treat myself to these shoes. I brought those shoes. They didn't really have the shoes in my size, so they ended up shipping the shoes here to me in Atlanta from Neiman Marcus. The shoes got here. When I got back to Atlanta, the shoes arrived the next day. I walked around this house with them shoes on the carpet for days, and I said, I can't keep these shoes. Those shoes were $1,000. They were just some sneakers. Girl said they were ugly. I thought they were beautiful. But I just realized I just wasn't worth $1,000. I was going to give me a pair of Nikes that looked very similar to it. And I did find some Nikes that looked kind of similar to it for $99, $125 or something on Nike's website. I ordered those. But them $1,000 sneakers, I boxed them bad boys up and marched right up to Phipps, up to Lennox Mall and took them shoes right on back to Neiman Marcus. They weren't too happy to see them $1,000 shoes walk back up in there. But I laid them on that counter and said, hey, give me a refund. And they looked at the shoe. They had to go over there inspection over to make sure they look at them, turn it on, make sure I say they ain't been going nowhere. But the carpet in my house, I got a little rug in my living room. I walked around on there. I should have took a couple pictures for the gram, but I took them expensive ass shoes back. That's the second time I did that. I'm sorry, they sick of my ass. He come with them expensive shoes and take them, but I just can't. They have some really nice sneakers out there. I see everybody else wearing them. I want to treat myself sometime. And I can afford them. And I took them bad boys back and said, I'm not keeping these. But back to them crazy, that's this woman, and I hate to call her crazy, but she was crazy. Clearly there were some issues here with this woman. And all the weave and fingernails and expensive purses and expensive clothes was not going to make this woman happy. She needed to be under the care of a psychiatrist. Then you come to Atlanta trying to expand your business. Sounds great on paper, but when you get here, I bet you that was a doozy. Trying to build a clientele, customers, get people in there, get workers. Yeah, I can imagine that was a hell of a lot of shit to have to go through. And the money probably got real funny at some point. And when you're trying to expand your business and you used to making money and shopping and doing stuff, and y'all didn't came to Atlanta, I don't know why they came to Atlanta. You know, people, Atlanta, we come to Atlanta. Oh, you should have stayed your ass in St. Louis. If you were doing well in St. Louis, visit Atlanta. But I would not have moved my family here. I just would not have done that. Sometimes people think they're coming up, but don't know they're on their way down. This could have, people have Atlanta in their heads and minds as this place with this is a tough city. I've said this 10,000 times. Don't nobody want to hear shit I got to say. But I done talked to so many people who moved here and say, man, I didn't think it would be this hard. I say, yeah, it's hard here. And if you don't have the right connections and you don't understand the culture, like she said, yeah, I can imagine. It's a bunch of bullshit culture here too. So it's a struggle here. You come in and struggle, and if you don't have the finance, you gotta have some deep pockets to come in and open up a business and expect it to be successful when don't nobody know who you are, that you just moved here. So I can imagine she ran into they had some financial issues, and she wasn't able to go to Rodeo Drive and shop and do all the stuff she wanted to. Still, it doesn't make sense for her to have committed this heinous crime and left those kids. I would have never left my kids, ever. And I don't even have no children. I don't know what was going on in this woman's head, but we know there were some serious mental health issues going through this woman's skull. And she was overwhelmed. And what she did, if she did it, I'm pretty sure she did it. Well, I'm sure you all can Google and see the reports from me about this Primerica couple, and I'm sure at one point they probably loved each other and probably had a great thing going. But I think the move to Atlanta, but they were having problems before they moved to Atlanta, and they thought moving to Atlanta was going to make the situation better. But again, these are just my thoughts and opinions. I don't know this couple. I can only go by what as presented in the media, looking at their Instagram and Facebook posts, looking at what they put out there and what people are saying. That's all we can all best. We don't know what was going on between them. I think that husband might have been gay, but that's a whole other video. But I got a sneaky suspicion I've seen this guy before somewhere. When that picture first popped up, I said, man, I know this guy. I've seen this man before and couldn't put my finger on it. But I know that guy from somewhere. But hey, I could be wrong. But I have a sneaky suspicion that man was possibly gay. But I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I could be wrong. I could be, I feel like a gossip column. So, yeah, he gay. Something. I've seen that guy before somewhere, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I racked my. That's why it took me so long to do this video. I kept trying to think, why do I know this man? I said, man, I've met and seen this guy before at the gym or somewhere. It could have been a gym, but I've met that guy before. But anyway, today is Monday. Today is Thursday, November 18th, the year 2021. I got to get out of here. I got a whole bunch of shit to do besides sitting there gossiping about this couple that dead and gone now. He should have been alive after they went to go see therapy and hash out their issues. No one, I don't understand this whole shooting and killing your partner. I mean, over the last few weeks, it has happened so frequently here in the black community that it is shocking to me. And in Texas, another one was shot and killed when she was kidnapped by some crazy man that she was dating. She told the man she was pregnant. He didn't kidnap and shot and kill her ass. What's wrong with these damn women? Why do they keep getting pregnant by these good-for-nothing niggas who don't want these babies? To the point that they will not kill your ass. Oh my God, this doesn't make sense. I got it. Today is Thursday, November 18th. The year is 2021. I hope you all are prepared to have a great Thanksgiving, y'all. If you're having problems, it's okay to go talk to a therapist and get help. Your insurance will cover it. They have free health programs out there, mental health programs everywhere. You can pick up a phone. They'll send you to. There's so much help out there, but you have to seek it out and ask for it. Clearly, this woman could afford some help because like I said, they were shopping up and down Rodeo Drive. I mean, they had to have had some money, but they might have been going through some financial issues when they moved here. Still doesn't make sense for how the situation ended. But anyway, I'll talk about this again later. Today is Thursday, November 18th, the year is 2021. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.